My first year of college was a really important time for the beginning of my vocation journey.
We place upon your table.
They had out at our Newman Center, at our Catholic Center, some brochures for a discernment weekend. Said, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Finally, all right, God, leave me alone. I'll just take one. I'm not going to go. I'm just going to take one, so you leave me alone. It was another couple of weeks then until the girl I was dating, she and I decided to break up, realizing I really had to start exploring this. And the reality I was hiding from, which is I really, despite all the plans I'd made, I really didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what the future held anymore. I wanted to bring that question into that weekend, look for some guidance, some support.
I remember when Stephen came into my office in Tulsa, and he was looking for a spiritual director, and I directed him to Father Tack. Stephen told Father Tack, I'm here for some spiritual direction. I'm not interested in joining the order. I'm just interested in some personal spiritual direction. And Tack said to us at dinner, yeah, right. We know what he's going to be, and he's going to be an Augustinian, and he's going to be a priest. So Father Tack is shining down upon you today as your spiritual guide still.
My first call, what moved me to change so many things in my life, to uproot from where I was living, to join this community, was the desire to live in community, a desire to live a life of prayer, poverty, chastity, and obedience, to live with our restless heart. The experience of priesthood for me was a call within that call, and that took some real discerning. When I came in, it was not something that was on my radar. To the degree it was only to say, no thanks, no thanks. But as we got deeper into Augustine's spirituality and Augustine's story in novitiate, I began to realize that he too kept saying, no thanks, no thanks, to the point where there were entire cities, important cities, that he wouldn't set foot in for the very threat of being called to be a bishop. I don't want to speak for all Augustinians, but my experience of Augustinian priesthood is not something that I feel God's called me out of the world to be priest. Rather, God's calling me back into the world to be priest. God's calling me to serve at our schools, when we celebrate our masses, when we have confessions, to be there even for past students as they move into new chapters of life, weddings and baptisms, to be there in support in times of funerals, to visit the sick, and to offer those new ways of engaging and supporting the people that I've already developed a relationship with as an Augustinian and as a brother. I'll be moving down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to Cascia Hall, working with middle school as a chaplain and as a teacher with our upper school students. My passion since as far back as I can remember has been teaching. From being a school kid and kids want answers, and answers aren't any fun. Let's work on the question here, and take the time until they had that eureka moment, or the eyes opening up, that understanding coming in. That's always something I really, really enjoyed. And then a few years ago, when I did have an experience at Cascia Hall teaching, everything that I did looked forward to, everything that I'd hoped teaching could be, everything that I'd felt intimations of, that this could be something special, was really confirmed. So I fell in love with communicating these things that I found so powerful in my own life and wanting to share. And seeing that fire spread a little bit was incredible, and I'm very excited to get the opportunity in a few months to get back to that experience.